Welcome to Milk Drunk and Mental. I'm Cait.
I'm B, and this is our guest today,
Hi, I'm
Catie.
Catie.
Hi. And today we're going to be diving into one of our more serious topics. Cait and Catie both live or had lived with parents that had cancer. Was that too morbid to say?
No,
Had lived.
had lived previously lived with someone who had cancer.
Yeah, they're
I
dead
did.
now, but
No longer
Yeah, my
living.
mom's dead as hell, so no longer
wait,
with
is she
us.
gonna bring her in
She.
for a guest spot?
Oh, hold
I
on.
know
Let
she's
me
like
let me
right
go get
next to you.
mom. Mom, I know. All right, hush.
Oh,
Hold
I'm
on.
late.
Yeah, mom, you're running late. Hold on. Let me go
I
grab her
mean,
quick.
you gotta think she doesn't have it anymore in her afterlife, so she's cured.
She's here. She wanted to be on the show, actually.
She did actually. Say hi, mom.
Hey, girl. Love your urns. Beautiful.
Well, that's from Home Goods.
Home
She's a
Goods,
Home
like
Goods
14
queen.
bucks.
Home Goods is slay.
Slay. We love a $24.99 urn.
It's just fitting. She was obsessed with Home Goods.
I love that. Cait's mother passed away from breast cancer, correct?
She's still alive. She just lives in the air
Stop.
now.
Cait.
I'm sorry. I can't take it serious sometimes. I just have to throw the jokes out.
But no, it's good.
Yes, I will. So, she was diagnosed in 2012 and she died in 2018. It started as breast cancer and then it went away and came back, went away, came back, and then she died in 2018.
And it was breast cancer the whole
Pretty cool.
time.
Yeah, so she had breasts, then it spread to her lymph nodes, then it spread to liver, then her brain. Like it just
Oh my
kept going
God.
everywhere. Yeah.
And do you know if it was the genetic one or if it was just a rare, normal case of it? The one that's the gene or whatever? Do you happen to know?
Like the breast.
Um,
Yeah.
I think it was the gene. And then I was tested and I don't have it.
Okay, so Catie, do you just want to introduce yourself and give us a little background on cancer in your family?
Yes. So my name's Catie. I grew up with Brittany. So she's known the people I'm going to talk about for pretty much our whole lives. So my mom was diagnosed with colon cancer in 2012. She beat that. And then, unrelated out of my direct family, but my father in law had pancreatic cancer around the same time he beat that. And then in 2021, he was diagnosed with stage 4 lung cancer. He passed away from that in 2023. About almost exactly a year after he passed away, we found out that my dad had stage 4 lung cancer. He is still alive. He's doing good. And then like 3 months after we found out my dad had lung cancer, we found out my sister had breast cancer. So she had surgery for that last year. And she found out a couple months ago that it has come back. So she got surgery again. So she's currently dealing with that. So
Jesus Christ.
lots of 50% of my family has some form of cancer. My mom has a lot of skin cancer, not like melanoma or anything like that, but a lot of concerning spots on her skin. So that's led to a lot of dermatologist appointments and stuff for everyone in our family.
If you don't mind sharing your decision to not have children based on this.
Yeah. So because of everyone in my family having these cancers, that there isn't really any kind of correlation that I can find as to why it's happening. I mean, my dad is a firefighter. He's been a firefighter for 40 plus years. So we're thinking his might be environmental related with the smoke, especially because it's lung cancer, but he's never been a smoker. Everyone in my family lives a pretty healthy lifestyle. So we don't know why this is happening.
Yeah.
I'm looking into possibly getting genetic testing done, but I did decide to not have children because I don't want to pass on these kinds of genes to my children because my husband's family also has a lot of health issues. My husband in 2021 had a full cardiac arrest due to a heart condition he was born with. So,
Oh
and
my
then it was
gosh.
after that, we found out that his dad had lung cancer. So it's the past like 5 years have been a whirlwind.
lot.
My husband survived. I had to give him CPR, but he
Oh my
had
God.
a condition called WPW, which I guess is more common in boys. So that's just been like a big thing of why we didn't want to have children. And then also just like a lifestyle thing too. But because there's been so many extreme medical conditions, and then all of that has led to me having like severe anxiety, severe like I have undiagnosed OCD and I think PTSD from all of
I
it.
would agree with
So
that for you.
yeah, like anytime something happens, I spiral and go
Mm.
into like a mental state that is out of control. Like I have panic attacks. They're better now. I do need to see a therapist, but they like
Don't we all,
my husband
honestly?
just got yeah, my husband just got his wisdom teeth out and he
Jesus.
was like severely unwell. I ended up calling the ambulance and taking him to the ER and all of that because with his heart history, I was like, I don't want to be trying to give you CPR again when you just got your wisdom teeth taken out. Thankfully, he was fine, and it's just the normal wisdom teeth pain. But
God.
Oh
anytime
my
something comes
god.
up, it's like
Right.
triggering. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm sure you feel
Absolutely.
the same
Oh my
way.
god. Yeah, I mean, usually my first reaction when I hear cancer or illness or something, I obviously like make a joke. But yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
I no, it's this time of year is very difficult, with Mother's Day. I actually had a good Mother's Day. I was shocked because,
Probably the
triggering
first one in a
day.
while.
So, yes, it
yeah.
was. Mother's Day was good this year. It's not been great, um, probably since she died. And I just made a decision that I didn't want to celebrate it. I'm like, I know that I have good moms in my life and people that I love are moms, but I don't
It's
want to
hard,
celebrate
I'm
it.
sure.
I don't have a
Yeah.
mom to
And you
celebrate.
don't have to.
Yeah. Yeah. So I just kind of made that choice a long time ago and I was like, no, whatever my family does, that's cool for you, but I'm just gonna stay home and do nothing. But
That's how it was the first year after my father-in-law had passed. Me and my husband didn't go to my parents' house because I was
uh
like, it's gonna be too hard. He was like, you can go, you can go. He's like, but I just want to stay home. And I was
yeah,
like, I totally understand that, especially the first one, the first couple. I mean, it doesn't get any easier, but
right.
especially the first couple of years, it's hard getting all those
Yes.
milestones and that person not being there.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just like the one day that's a solid like reminder. Everyone's happy Father's Day, happy Mother's Day, and you're like, I don't have a happy Mother's Day. I don't have a happy Father, you know what I mean? Like it's not a
Yeah.
happy reminder. So, but
Yeah. I feel like one of the worst things too is those memories that come up on like social media where like when that person might have been alive, like you posted
mhm.
something like celebrating them. And I
Yeah.
feel like that, like I don't look at those anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just because I don't want, especially if I know it was around a time where I was with that person. I just, I feel like it's
Yes.
triggering.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Sometimes it also just grief is weird. It'll just
Yeah.
happen. You'll be looking through pictures and you'll be fine. Or, a couple weeks later, a couple years later, a couple months later, whatever, you're looking through pictures again and you're bawling your eyes out. It just,
Yeah.
Yep.
it just hits whenever it wants to. Grief is a little fucking
Yeah.
bitch.
Hmm.
So,
Uh, yeah, obviously, I've never had a parent die. It is one of my biggest fears in life. Truly, I think about it all the fucking time. Death is so weird for me, though. I have had people, my grandfather just passed away in October, and I like, this happened, the same thing that happened when one of my exes passed away. We weren't together at the time, but it was someone when we were together that was very meaningful in my life. And it was not a messy breakup. He moved and we wished the best for each other. And he's had a beautiful wife before he passed away. And for some reason, he passed away like, way after we broke up, like a really long time. And it's still, I've never cried that dramatically in my life. Like, you see people in the movies and they like literally fall to the floor. Like that
mhm,
happened to me. And somebody called Chad and said, "Hey, I just found out." And he was on the way to Home Depot or something. And he literally whipped around and he came running in the door, like not a minute after I was on the floor, and literally for 30 minutes sat there on the floor with me and then carried me to the couch. And it for him and my grandfather. I don't know if you feel this way, Cait, because it has been a while, and I do feel better about my ex now, but I'm still in this stage with my grandpa and my dog. I had such a hard time believing that he was dead and that my grandfather's actually dead. I still talk about my grandfather like he's alive. I'll be like, "Oh yeah, like grandpa, oh this is so Ralph," or whatever. And now that my aunts and my dad are cleaning out his house and literally have a dumpster and they're throwing stuff in there and having a garage sale, it's just I got a box of all the things that I wanted from his house.
mhm.
Going through that box was like, I think that's when I really cried for the first time because I'm like, how did someone's entire life boil down to just a box of random things that are
Right.
gonna get thrown
Yeah.
away.
Right.
It just literally makes me sick, and the thought of that happening with my parents is truly fucking terrifying. So, yeah, I don't know if you guys have ever felt that way, like, you, like, you don't believe that it's real for like, I don't know if my brain is just, like, blocking it out for some reason, but that's what I fear the most about my
Yeah.
parents, and they do so much like, I'm really close with them, and they do so much for me, like, it's like, "What the fuck am I supposed to do?" And hi.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I feel like, why is this person dead? Like,
Right,
they
like, that's
they
not fair.
shouldn't be. They were so like, not that age mattered, but like my father-in-law was only in his early 60s.
Yeah,
And
Mhm.
I think like he's missing, I mean, thankfully he was able to be at our wedding and stuff.
thank
But
God.
he like, why is he gone? And I think when you hit those milestones, like you were saying, of like you get a box of their things or their house
Mhm.
sells, like those hit you really hard. Yeah. When we had to close on the sale of the house, that was the house my husband grew up in. And
Really
his,
hard for me.
yeah, so they and had to go through all of his things. And every once in a while, we still, when we see a family member, like his uncles or something, we'll like give him something that was his dad's. And I can tell he's happy like to get those things, but it's
It's
hard.
still hard.
Yeah. And I feel like I think to myself, like, I don't know how I'm going to do that if my parents passed away like too
Or
early.
your
I mean, obviously,
sister.
like, I want them to live forever. Like, so if they pass away like early, I
Right.
don't know what I'm going to do because I'm so close
Yeah.
with my parents too.
Right, and it's like, I almost hope I die first because I don't think I'm gonna be able to, like, fucking handle it, like, truly. Okay, enough about me, I don't have a dead parent, so
Well, I'll jump in a little bit on this one too.
yeah, go ahead.
So yeah, in terms of feeling like it's not real, I absolutely was numb to it for the first year, I would say.
Mhm.
She died in June, and then that first holiday season, it was like I knew she wouldn't be there, but I couldn't cry. I couldn't feel anything about it. I just didn't I feel like it was such an overload for my brain that
Yeah,
my brain could not handle it. So the only thing it knew to do was just like pretend it's not happening, pretend it's not happening. And I do that with a lot of other things in my life.
yeah,
But I just, it was like, oh, okay, Thanksgiving, got it. My family's like crying. They're like doing, praying and doing like, oh, we miss Beth, whatever. And I'm like, okay, time to eat. I'm just like, I didn't.
You
And then,
like switch
Christmas,
something in
same
your
thing.
brain to where you're like
Yes.
just ignoring everything and just
Yes.
existence.
yeah,
Yes, exactly. And I feel like I should be very upset about this, which I was, but I couldn't
express it.
physically. Yes, exactly. I couldn't express it. And someone mentioned to me at one point that for them, and I did kind of relate to this too, it feels like they're on vacation. It feels like they're on like a really long
Yes. Oh
vacation
my
and they're going
god.
to come back, but they're not, but like you hope they do. It's
Yeah.
like you kind of you feel like they are for a period of time. Then you get to a point where you're like, well, okay, I know they're not, but you still hope that they are.
You
Yeah.
live in like kind of a delusion for a little while.
Yes.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
like, okay, they're not gonna, but like what if they did? And it's just grief is just fucking
It's
psychotic, honestly.
it's
Grief is the
Yeah.
weirdest thing.
it's
Are
So,
so
yeah,
your parents still, were they still together or
yeah, yeah.
okay. I
They
feel like
were
that's hard too,
together.
like helping your dad through that as well. If you guys are close, helping him get through that
Nah.
loss. No. Okay.
He just kind of my dad and I are very different. He kind of like experienced his grief immediately. My mom
Mhm.
died. He had his moment. It, he just kind of like he deals with things much different than I do. He also is very much he's never gonna listen to this, so I can say whatever the fuck I want. But he's just very much he's very, tough guy. It's like he's gotta like fit out. He's gotta be tough for his homies and keep it cool for everyone. He can't show any emotion. Meanwhile, I show emotion. Well, actually, I'm a little uncomfortable with showing emotion sometimes. But anyway, yeah, he's very much like that. So we definitely did not lean on each other through it, which
Yeah.
was very hard to not feel like I had someone. I knew I had people, but I've never, until I met Jake, my husband, you know that. I don't know why I fucking said that. Whatever. I haven't had anyone in
For the
my
listeners.
life until Jacob Reek is his name, guys. I'll give his social in a minute. But I hadn't met anyone in my life that I was so 1000% fully comfortable with until I met Jake. But that was my mom for me. We were best friends, inseparable. I'm an only child. She wanted kids so goddamn bad. She only got me. I mean, God bless, I'm the fucking best. But yeah, it's obviously extremely devastating. And just to not have that support from my dad though too was really difficult, because he's just there have been times where after my mom passed, probably even before my mom passed, where I went to him crying and was like, Dad, I need help, whatever. And he's like, well, and he's like panicking, like low key. I'm like, Dad, I'm just crying. Like, I'm helping
This
through,
it's not
I'm
that
helping
serious.
him through
Trying to vent.
my, yeah, I'm helping you through your mental breakdown while I'm having a mental breakdown, and you're having a mental breakdown because I'm having, like, chill the fuck out. It's not that serious. I have to be the one to be like, it's not that serious,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been tough. Just I just never really felt like I could fully kind of like open up to people or rely on people because I didn't want to be a bother. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You just go through shit, I'm sure you guys feel that way, and
Yeah.
certain
I
aspects of
hate
your life with certain
sharing my
people. You're like,
feelings. Yeah.
I don't want to bother you. And they're like, oh my God, please, no, I want to help you. And you're like, okay, but I'm definitely bothering you.
Yeah.
It's hard. And grief is a fucking wild animal. So a lot of people don't know how to deal with it. They don't know how to
Yeah.
deal with someone who is grieving. They don't know what to say. They don't know what to do, and it's like, you can't blame them, because they've
Yeah.
never been through anything that would cause them to grieve. So,
Right.
I mean, God bless them, but it just sucks to be like, want to say certain things and talk about certain things, and they just don't get it.
They don't
So it's
understand.
just, yeah, they don't
Yeah.
understand. So yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's my spiel.
Yeah, I hate talking about my feelings. I barely even do it with my husband.
Uh-huh.
Every once in a while, it will like explode, and both of you will get a Snapchat of me like snot, hysterical crying.
Breakdown.
Yeah, and it's over something dumb like this dog just shit on the table at work, and blah, blah, blah. And then it's like I'm still not usually talking about it, or Catie will send a really nice message back, I'll like see it like after my breakdown, like an hour later, and I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. I'm good now. Like,
I'm good.
You're like, God, that was fucking embarrassing. What did
yeah,
I even say that for? Yeah.
it's like that TikTok thing. It's like, oh, thank God I didn't freak out.
Yeah. Nope.
So this question kind of ties into what we were just talking about. If you want to go first, Catie, what do you wish that people knew about or understood better that maybe isn't really talked about, that's very prevalent for you and your sisters or something?
I think the biggest thing for me is having parents that are currently alive or family members that are alive. I think I said before, I feel like every time we have a holiday, it's exciting because I get to spend time with them or we celebrate something. But then I'm like, is this the last time I'm ever going to get to celebrate this? Every time it's Christmas, I'm like, I'm taking videos, taking pictures. So I'm like, is this going to be my last Christmas with this person? Because things can escalate so quickly. I saw it with my father-in-law. He was fine at our wedding in November of 2022, and then he severely declined in the spring of 2023, all summer of 2023, and then passed away.
Ugh, God. Cait, what about
That's
you?
a really good point. That you don't know if it'll be their last. To kind of tie into that, I kind of did the thing that I explained that I did after my mom died. I did the whole pretend it's not happening, pretend it's not happening. My mom is like bad sick, and I'm like, we're good. You're good. You're gonna live another 40? We're fine. Yeah. So yeah, it's her last everything was 2017, her last holiday season. We used to have ugly Christmas sweater parties, and my God, they were so fucking fun. But yeah, that was the first thing that popped in my head when you mentioned the holidays, and will it be the last one?
Yeah.
Something I wish that people knew about your family member being sick and after they die. Well, it's
Yeah, if
it's
you
just
already,
extremely
Yeah.
overwhelming.
Yeah.
It's just extremely overwhelming. It's like you might react the way my dad did, you might react the way I did, you might do something in between. You just don't know until you're in it. I
Yeah.
always, also going back to something you said, Brittany, how it's your deepest fear to have your parents die. It was
Yeah.
always my biggest fear to have my mom die. I would
Mhm.
literally sometimes, like, after she was diagnosed, but not really kind of sure how it was going, kind of thinking, yeah, well, I mean, it did spread, but she does seem to be doing good. I would go to bed thinking about, because my brain hates me. My brain would be like, what would you do if you were at your mom's funeral? Let's picture your mom's funeral.
Oh
Let's
my
see.
God.
Like,
I do
is
that
that
shit
fucking insane or
all
what?
the time.
Is
No,
that
No.
insane?
Katie, we do that
Yeah.
shit all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and then I would get that like very, very scared feeling in my chest, and I'd be like panicking, and I'm like, okay, I have to stop thinking about it.
That's
It's
called
just,
Yeah.
OCD,
Yes.
my
yeah,
friend.
it's, well, maybe I'm undiagnosed.
I was.
But,
Oh.
fuck. But yeah, it's, that's something that I struggled with a lot.
And this might just be my general anxiety is when I hear that someone doesn't feel good, I immediately jump to it's the worst thing. Like they're going to have cancer. Or they're going to have like something. People are like, oh,
Yeah.
stop being such a hypochondriac or something. And it's never the worst thing. And I was like, but it has been. Like
But it has
Right.
been
many
before.
times. It has
Yes.
been the worst thing that I could imagine.
Mhm.
So it just, when people tell you, oh, just relax, it's like, I can't. Like, I can't.
I don't know
But
how to
I
do
think, like,
that.
yeah. Another thing,
Literally.
I'm a very jokey person. And so I think what people don't understand is if I make like morbid jokes and stuff, like you can laugh at them. And when I'm making the
Yes.
jokes,
Yes.
please laugh with me because it makes me feel better.
Yeah.
Don't be like,
Right.
"Oh," like you can laugh and joke around if I'm initiating it.
It makes it
Right.
easier for you
Yeah.
in the moment, I'm sure. I know it does
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah. I know. I hate when people get like, they're like, they don't know how to react. I'm like, dude, just laugh. It's okay. I give
Yeah.
you permission. Me and my dead mom give you permission.
Kind of tying into talking about emotions, was there any emotions that you guys had that kind of surprised you? Maybe anger or I don't know, like jealousy or something?
Oh yeah.
Anything crazy that popped up for you?
Yeah. Jealousy, big time. Absolutely. I still get jealous. I see people with their moms on social media, people I don't know, people I do know. And it depends on my mindset. If I've had, I'm sorry, are you laughing?
No, I was like, oh, me posting because I post my mom on social media.
No, well, I do get jealous of you guys. I love Peg. I
My
love you
mom
both,
has
but
said before, because when we first started hanging out, I had said that, I don't know, it came off that your mom was dead. And she's like, well, I can be your mom anytime she needs a mom.
That sounds
oh,
like
I
my
love her.
mom would
She's
say that
so
too.
Yeah.
sweet. Oh my God. Peg is such a sweetie. But
We love her.
yeah, no, yeah, that does happen. It depends on the mindset, depends on, it all just depends on the mindset. If I'm
Yeah.
having a super like
Sure.
griefy time, or if I'm chilling, whatever, if I can just look at social media and just be a normal person, or if I'm really in my feels, missing my mom, it's a certain day, time of the year. This time of the year is always hard. June 5th is coming up. That's the anniversary. It'll be 8 years. It just, it's very hard. But yeah, I have gone through definitely more intense times of being jealous. It's not as intense as it used to be, but there was a period of time where it was very like, I was like mad at people. I was like, why do you have a fucking mom and I don't? Like
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
just
so real,
very
though.
angry, ties into anger, very, very angry, very jealous. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think frustration too, like I said before, it's like, why is this person who's the nicest person such like is this happening to them? Not that I would ever wish anything on anyone, regardless of their personality or their
Right.
history or their past.
Yeah.
But like my mom, who was a pediatric intensive care unit nurse for 30 years, my dad, who's a firefighter and 911 dispatcher, spends their life helping people.
Helping
Like,
others.
Right.
why is this happening to them? I think it's just like, what is going on in the universe that these good people are getting this shitty end of the stick? You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's so,
Yes.
Yeah.
so,
Yes. It's always the
so
best
unfair.
people. It's always our favorite people that have to
Yeah.
suffer. And I'm like, I don't get this. What trick is this universe playing on us? It just doesn't make
Yeah.
sense.
This is more for, I guess it's a question for both of you because it could be Katie with your sister right now. I don't know, Cait, if you did any caregiving, but was that really hard for you to take care of a parent or Katie, your sister, after surgery or whatever? Like, is it almost awkward or like because you're the child taking care of her? Or did you not do a lot of caregiving?
There was caregiving at the end. So she went into hospice on May 17th, and that's only 2.5 weeks. She was only alive for 2.5 more weeks. It didn't get really bad until closer to, because they just loaded her up with meds just to keep her comfortable.
Yeah.
So she wasn't even coherent. She was, thankfully she was home, but she basically like lived in the recliner in the living room. Like she just couldn't, we had to put diapers
Yeah.
on her. My aunt came
That's
over
so
to help
scary.
bathe her. At one point she loved Diet Coke. So we gave her Diet Coke like in a straw. She'd sip it, but it it it's just another, for me, pretend it's not happening, pretend it's not happening.
Yeah.
And yeah, I still see my hands in front of me, one holding the bottle of Diet Coke, the other holding the straw and like guiding it to her mouth. And sorry guys,
No, I'm crying
You're
too. Are
fine.
you
don't
kidding
look.
me?
Oh
I will
God.
say, I take a moment, Cait.
Yeah.
I'll say like that. I didn't have to do any caregiving necessarily with my father-in-law. My mother-in-law did a lot of that, even though they were divorced. They were still really good friends, so she did most of that. So thankfully, we were there at the end. But thankfully, so far, my parents haven't been in any of that position. Neither my sister recovering from surgery, but she has her husband.
Yeah.
She has my mom, who's retired now. My dad, who's retired. So they've all been kind of there helping her. But that is my fear with my parents, is seeing them in that like state is
Yeah.
something you never forget.
Out of your head.
And
Yeah.
yeah,
Right. Yeah. Yeah. It's
yeah,
very, seeing them in such a vulnerable position is like, it's burned into your mind.
And it's almost
You'll never
like
forget it.
you don't even know what's worse, them just like dying suddenly, whether it be an accident or just peacefully in their sleep, or knowing that they have a timeline and trying to get stuff done, but then you're watching them suffer for how many years. So either way, fucking sucks. Because what if you
Mhm.
had a fight the day before? If it's a
Yeah.
sudden death, I don't know. I think about that stuff all the time.
yeah.
And
And it could be like once they go into hospice, it could be like you said, Kate, 2 weeks. For my father-in-law, it was one day. He
Oh
came home
my
from hospice
God.
and got put on hospice, and then, or it could
Whoa.
be months. You never
Yeah.
know.
You don't know.
yeah,
Yeah.
I
Yeah. I
remember
remember.
I ran the Chicago Marathon. My father-in-law called me that weekend, the day before, to wish me good luck, and then he
Uh-huh.
passed away a couple days later.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Horrible.
Yeah.
while we're already crying, what do you guys miss the most? Or Katie, about your father-in-law, or what do you anticipate missing the most?
I mean, I'm just very close with my parents. We go there almost every weekend for dinner.
Yeah,
Any small inconvenience, I'm calling my mom or my dad or texting them. So if they're not there, that's going to be so hard.
life-changing.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And it's like my dad's the kind of guy who he has a guy for everything. So anytime at my house, if I need something done, I just ask my dad, can you tell someone to come over to my house and do this? And some random person shows up and they're like, hi, your dad told me to come over and fix your
Same.
toilet or look at your electrical. And I'm okay, random person, come on in my house. And then my dad usually shows up behind them because he's got to supervise. So just them being, I talk to them like every day. So
Me too.
I just can't imagine not being able to do that. Kate, I'm sure you said you and your mom are super close, so I'm sure that's one of the hardest parts.
You can't just call
Yeah.
her when you have a bad day.
Yeah.
No, I have to say I've never felt such intense grief. Not even, like I said, I was numb to it the first year. Even after that, I even feel like going through having my baby and not having her has been probably the hardest thing I've ever gone through and I'll ever go through.
Yeah.
I can't just call my mom and ask her a question or have her come over, or I guarantee you she was here, she would be here every single day. Now that I'm back to work, she would be the one watching our child.
She's obsessed. Well, she is there every
Yeah.
day. She's on the
She is there
She's
every
on the
day.
fireplace, guys.
She
You could
cannot
just
legally
settle in next to
babysit.
her.
So
Right there next to the dog bed.
you will need
It's
another
too
adult.
bad
You
she.
can't leave the baby home with her alone.
God, it's too fucking bad. Mom, come on.
You
Mom.
could take her to like Chili's or something next weekend if you want. We'll get her a chair and just pull it up.
Mom is living rent-free in your house, literally.
Yeah, bitch, you better pay up soon. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, is she gonna like
Shit ain't
leave the
cheap
tip
out
for
there,
you?
okay?
Make sure she only
But
orders from the
in-
2 for $20 menu.
In this economy,
we're on a fucking budget, all right? Don't go crazy,
Water
Beth. Come
only,
on.
no apps.
No alcohol. We know you liked
No
your fucking
soda,
Pinot
you get
Grigio.
water.
Yeah, yeah, no
Oh
Diet
my
Coke.
God.
But yeah, that's it's not something that I had previously and will miss. It's just something I miss because I've never had it. Having my mom there for me with my child, I know she'd be absolutely obsessed with Elowen. Oh my god, she would be over the fucking moon.
Mhm.
But beyond that, I mean, we did so much together. Like, she was my best friend. We went shopping, go to the movies, hang out, watch TV on Friday, Saturday nights. We'd watch our fucking House Hunters. We'd watch our Grey's Anatomy. We watch Fixer
All the
Upper.
programs.
Oh my God. All the program. We got to watch our programs.
Programs on it. You got your little TV tray, table, whatever the
We
hell
did
they're called.
have those. I think well, I don't know. We probably used them too, but they were
Those
my
need to
dad's
make a comeback
primarily.
because I was
Oh,
just
we
like,
have them at my parents' house.
I was just at my friend's house. I didn't grow up with them, but my grandmother had them, and I used to think they were like the bougiest, coolest fucking thing ever because my grandmother had money. So I thought that was like a status thing.
Oh, I love
And
it. That's
we weren't
great.
really allowed to eat dinner in the living room. When we got older, we'd have like snacks and stuff. But yeah, we weren't.
Strict rules at the DeJohn
Yeah.
house.
Yeah, but I was just down at my friend's house in North Carolina, and we had put Conrad to bed, and we went to cook out, and her boyfriend was like kind of keeping an eye on him because we got high and went to cook out and got a bunch of food and milkshakes and whatever. And we come home, and she comes over and sets one of those tables in front of me, and I go, "Bitch, I fucking love these tables." She goes, "You know,
Was
you
it
can
one of
sit in
the
that."
wood ones or one of the
Yeah,
like metal
like
ones?
a
Like the
little fold out,
fold-out?
like wooden one that
Yes,
like stands up. Oh
yes.
my god! I was like, this is so convenient. I don't have to reach forward to the fucking
Oh,
coffee
dude.
table. I was like, if I didn't have OCD and an issue with clutter, I'd be having one.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Yeah,
I don't even know.
understandable.
They're fantastic. Sidetracked. Do you guys feel like this made you grow up faster?
I cannot nod
Yeah.
any fucking harder. Yes.
Yeah, like I said,
I go
I'm
first,
so
Katie. Yeah.
dependent on my parents still as a 33-year-old woman. I talk to them for every inconvenience. I feel now it has made me realize they are not going to be here forever. Not that I can't do these things on my own. It's just they want to help. You know what I mean? They want to help with everything. Because if I don't and I tell them I went and did something, they're like, well, why didn't you call me? Or like, blah,
Yeah.
blah. So, but yeah, I definitely feel like it makes you come to like a realization of like, I'm an adult. I have to do the adult things. I might have to take
Yeah.
care of them, or I need to be able to answer all my own questions and stuff. And I can't just vent to them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. You're like, I have to be able to answer my own questions. Yo, I feel that. Like at the doctor, remember when you're growing up and you
Yeah.
go to the doctor and they're like, okay, what's going on? You just go, Mom. They
You'll hear
fucking
Mom.
answer for you. Mom, go ahead.
That's me and my husband when we go to doctor's appointments. I'm like, just ask me the questions and I'll give you
Right.
his answers.
I'm dead.
So
ahead,
when
Kate.
I was a young gal, I was very, very extremely shy. Had anxiety, very shy, didn't
Will
like to
do.
talk to people. My mom did it all for me. My mom did every fucking thing for me, and she probably shouldn't have. I did need to kind of learn a little bit of independence at some point, but I didn't. I didn't know how to grocery shop at age 25 when she died. So
Okay, bitch, come on.
I'm
Although
not
I will
kidding.
say, I'll text my mom and be like, "What aisle do you think black olives are in?" I'll ask her and she'll be like, "Buy the pickles or whatever," and then I'll look for the pickle
Yes.
sign.
I remember when she was sick, it was a little bit not long before she died, but I went to Target and I was like, this feels so I've never done this. I'm scared. I was nervous. I'm not even kidding. It sounds fucking ridiculous. And it is. And that's why I vow to not do that to our fucking daughter.
Yeah.
It's like we were so close and she just wanted to do everything for me. And I understand the reason why. She wanted life to be easier for me. She wanted to make things easier. She wanted to take any load off, hardship, stress. She wanted to take it all away from me. And I completely
Yeah.
understand that. But there is a healthy boundary. But I'm the kid. I don't know. You know what I mean? I mean, 25, I'm not a kid. But yeah, after she died, it was a major wake up call. Major wake up call. So I learned
Were you
that,
still living with her at the time when she passed away?
yeah, I was still living at home.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. I feel like that makes it
I
harder
learned
too.
that,
Yeah.
yes, I learned that I couldn't rely on my dad in the way that I could rely on my mom. So I just was like, I guess I gotta do everything myself. I mean, I talked to my aunts and stuff and my grandma, like, it's not like I had no one. I wasn't like just out here with like absolutely no one. doing every
Right.
single thing on my own. Like, but just like the mental load of it all and kind of trying to figure out, okay, what do I now need to do? Which it's not like she was in any state to do any of these things for a period of time before she died. It's, as I said, she was, fucking completely just vulnerable. She can't get up and she couldn't even move. But it was just a major wake up call and just kind of trying to grow up really quickly. It was very weird, but an entirely different person than I was. I'm not the
Yeah.
person I was before my mom died. And in good
Yeah.
ways too.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
not all bad. It's not always all bad. Honestly, I feel like I'm a much better person than I was before she died. I took a lot of shit for granted and I was a spoiled little fucking bitch. And now I'm not that way. I mean, yeah, I'm still spoiled. Come on. But to a point, and I'm not a fucking bitch about it. So
No,
but
Katie
I
and
feel
yeah.
I
like
are
it
too.
makes
It's
you
fine.
like realize too, like life is short and I'm not going to waste my time either putting my energy or my time into people or things that don't make me happy. You know what I mean? I'm going to
Absolutely.
spend time with the people that make me happy, doing the things that make me happy, not trying to
Yep.
please all these other people because I just like, I've seen how short life can be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yes,
I
absolutely.
say that all the time, and especially since I started therapy, which, by the way, I would like to make a grand announcement. I've officially graduated from therapy.
Woo! That's
Thank you.
awesome. Hell yeah,
Applause. Thank
girl.
you. And my last session was the other day, and she's like, once a patient, always a patient. If you need to come back, that's fine. But being with her the last year and figuring out my OCD made me realize, okay, certain people or situations do trigger me. And life is too short because I've seen people die so young. I feel like so many people
Uh-huh.
in my grade and a few grades below me were like, there's somebody who's dying all the time, whether it be
Yes.
from drugs or an accident or something else. And now I'm setting up boundaries or speaking my boundaries to people and they don't like it. And I'm like, well, that's too bad because this is the best I felt in fucking years.
Yeah.
And why would I continue to put myself in these situations that these people that make me uncomfortable if I'm feeling great in myself, like when I'm not with them, especially now that I'm a mom? If I'm uncomfortable around people, why am I going to bring my son around those people? Because he's going to pick up on
100%.
my energy and then
Yep.
associate it with that person too. And, I grew up undiagnosed, obviously, with anxiety and depression, hit about ninth grade. And turns out the anxiety was actually OCD. And now that I understand that and know that, I don't have a panic attack every month or every time I go on vacation. It's very few and
Uh-huh.
far between, and I have ways to manage it now, different techniques to try. Even just getting up and going to a different room helps. It's a complete sidebar. But yeah, anyways.
I feel like
Relevant
with
though.
too,
Very
like
relevant.
the kids thing, I don't have kids, but I love spending time with my friends' kids because I see them
Mhm.
as my nieces and nephews extension.
Yeah.
And I picked their parent as a friend and as someone who I want to have in my life. So obviously I want to have that kid in my life. I feel like you guys as a parent, why are you going to put your time and energy into people that don't also want to love your kids like they love you?
Right.
Yes. Yeah.
And if you're
Absolutely.
someone that's not reaching out all the time, or even just very occasionally, like, hey, how's Conrad or whatever, then why am I going to go out of my way and make plans to hang out with you when I have other people that are every day? Like my one cousin and her mom, sometimes if I don't upload in the album every day, she's like, where's my photo of the day?
Oh, I needed to be re-added to that actually because I'm not in that
I thought
anymore.
I added you back.
Add me back in, bitch.
Okay, I will.
I'm not in
I
it,
made
Mark,
a new
and my program isn't up.
I made a new one because a few people had to drop out because there were so many photos in it from like it's definitely tapered off now that he's older, but when he was first born, I was like every 2 seconds like, oh, he's doing the thing, he's doing something. And it's definitely
His eyes
tapered
are open.
off because but it was like my sister-in-law had to get out because she said that her phone had no memory because the Conrad
Uh,
album was taking
Oh
over all
my
the
God.
I'm not on the SE no more. I got this new phone.
I know. Conrad's birth mother and his grandmother. I kept them in the original album, and then I made a new album just for friends and family because also people were commenting on it and it would pop up as a notification. And I'm like, I don't know. I feel like having 15 people in this album with his birth mother is kind of inappropriate. So I'm just going to give her own space
Yeah.
and then everyone else can. And it's the exact same photo. So everyone listening can fucking relax. But yeah, that's, I'll add you back in. Remind me.
Sorry to sidetrack us.
That was important.
Just had to bring it up.
Are there any conversations that you either didn't have or Catie hope to have before your parents pass someday, or maybe that we wish he had with his dad? Any conversations, especially Cait, now that you're a mom, Are there things you wish you could I know you touched on talking to her, but is there anything that jumps out that you're like, "Oh, that's the one thing that I constantly wish that I asked her about or I knew?"
I don't think there's one single thing.
Mhm.
It's just kind of, I wish that I was able to kind of divert to her instead of like the internet.
Yeah.
Not that I can't ask, you, Brit, or, other people in my life that have kids, whatever.
No, but it's
I'm
different.
very much like, yeah, I just kind of like to, sometimes I like to just kind of do my own research or, whatever. And I don't know. I kind of just wish I was able to kind of have her to, relieve my stresses about, if I'm stressing out because of one thing or another because of the baby. Um,
Right.
at the time that she was in hospice, my ex-boyfriend, his mom, she suggested to me, you should look through like wedding magazines with her. You should just have her point stuff out that she really likes for you for your wedding to have someday.
Oh, what a great
Um
idea.
Yeah.
and it was nice, but we didn't really get to do a whole lot. But I showed her this dress that I loved, and she said that's beautiful, and she cried. Sorry, mom, I
Mhm.
didn't wear that dress. I actually
Well
just,
changed.
yeah, I thought I wanted one wedding one certain way when I was younger, and
You changed your
2023,
mind.
5 years later, I'm like, nah, we're doing a whole different thing.
Yeah.
Well,
But
styles
no,
change
it's,
too.
yes, exactly. But also, like, it is a nice thing to do if you're not married yet. If there are certain things you want to do in life, or whether it's travel, get married, have kids, whatever, if there's questions or concerns or something that you want to ask your family member that is dying or is sick or whatever the case, you should just ask them. Like, just ask. Even if you feel weird, which I don't know, sometimes it does feel weird, even if you love the person and are very close. Even if it feels weird, just ask. But yeah, anyway, that kind of didn't even really answer the question, but
No, I
No,
think
I
that's
agree.
great.
I agree with that because like the worst thing you could do is you don't ask them these questions that you want to know
and
because
then
you think it's
regret.
awkward and then they're gone and then you can't ask them.
Right. And
Unless
then
you
you
get like
regret
a
it.
psychic
Yeah.
up in here or something, you like asking
Yes.
them once they're gone. But I think
Yeah.
I think too, like, it's very morbid, but I think it is important to have a conversation with anyone who you would be responsible for taking care of when they are sick. Is
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
what would they want in that situation?
Yeah.
Would they want to be like, and
Big
this
time.
applies to not even cancer and stuff, like an elderly person. Do you want to go into a nursing home? Would you rather be at home? Would you rather be in the hospital? What would you want your end of life, whether that's last few years, last few months, last few days? What would you want that to look like? Because
Right.
it's about making them the most comfortable, you know what I mean? And then, like,
Yeah.
a lot of people, they're like, I don't want my children to have to take care of me and see me wither away and die. So,
Uh-huh.
like, I know my grandmother died of a very aggressive form of dementia called Creutzfeldt-Jacobs disease, and it
Oh,
was
wow.
within 3-month period, she was totally fine, and then I think it was, like, 3 months later, she passed away and deteriorated instantly, put her in a nursing home and stuff, and she went from, like, having a conversation to being complete, like, unable to talk within, like, a couple of days. And it's like, if you had had that conversation beforehand, she could have told us what she wanted for the end of her life, you know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
Right.
or
Right.
to have these conversations. I mean, obviously, like, people have wills and things, but, like, a more broad conversation of how they want their
Casual.
end of
Yeah.
life to be.
So I have this flash drive. It had to be I think it was the weekend before my grandfather died. My brother was up there taking care of him, and then he ended up having to bring him to the hospital, and then that's when he died, like a few days later at the hospital. But he asked him a bunch of questions and recorded it, and then put it on a flash
Mm.
drive for all of us.
Oh my
I have
God, that's awesome.
I
Yeah,
have
that's such a
not
good idea.
I have not listened to it yet because
Yeah,
I can't. But I'm
when you're
gonna
ready.
when I'm ready, I'm gonna listen to it. I don't even can't even talk about it further because I'm gonna start crying again because I when my grandfather died, he died probably like 2 days after. I obviously went up there to see him. Um, when I saw him, he was already essentially like in a I don't it wasn't like a coma, but like they were keeping him sedated basically.
Uh-huh.
And I did have some time where it was just the two of us, probably like an hour. And I put on TV and I was like, "Do you want to watch Storage Wars?" And he goes, you like raised his eyebrows up.
Yo,
So we were watching that because I used to watch it with him at his house all the time. And he was
cute.
always like, had something to say. And the guy from Storage Wars actually just died. And I screenshot it and sent it to my cousin Carter. And I was like, $20 says that grandpa's already asking him a million questions. She's like, for sure. Like they're already hanging out. Like, but anyways, yeah, I just kind of like, it was too late. I don't even have any specific questions, but just, I got him a book. I know he didn't fill it out, but it was like the one that you see on TikTok that's like, you're like a little diary and you're just like writing
Yeah,
all
like
the
Yeah.
different entries a day,
yeah.
like different
Right.
prompts and stuff.
And I am sure he did not fill out one syllable in that book, but so I'll have to listen to that flash drive someday. But yeah, I just kind of like laid my head on I was kind of just like holding his hand and I was just like laying my head on him and just kind of like praying and talking to him. And I was kind of like, I didn't want to you feel like selfish sometimes being like, can you just hold on like a little bit longer? Like, and my son was supposed to be born basically like 3 weeks later. And all I fucking wanted was for he doesn't have any great grandchildren yet. I was the first grandchild. This would have been his first great grandchild. And I just so badly wanted him to like hold him or meet him just one time because he didn't get to come to my wedding because of COVID. He didn't get to go to my brother's wedding because it was in Ireland. So he didn't get to see any of his grandkids get married or anything like that. So I just so badly wanted this. And I know it was like so selfish. And I don't remember if it was my dad or somebody else one time was like, why? Like, why do you want a grandkid so bad that like before he dies? I was like, I don't know. It's just like something I want. I don't know if it feels like full circle for me or
One of
whatever.
those adult milestones that he would be able to be a part of because he
Yeah, like
wasn't able to be a part of those other ones.
he didn't get to see me in my wedding dress. He didn't get to
Yeah.
do like any of these things. And it fucking sucks. I loved him. I still love him so much, obviously. But yeah, I just so badly wanted that. And I was like whispering, I was like, can you just like hold on just a few more weeks? Like, he's coming. He's coming. Like, please. Like, and obviously he couldn't, which I don't want him to suffer anymore because he was really sick and in a lot of pain. But yeah, Conrad was born a few weeks later. And I remember sitting in the hospital by myself. And my husband went down to the cafeteria and I was holding Conrad and I was looking at him and all of a sudden I just got like so overwhelmed and started like hysterically crying because he kind of like grabbed my hand and just like did this. But I instantly, like my grandfather instantly popped in my head for some reason when he did that. And I was like, I feel like this is grandpa telling me it's okay. And he did get to meet Conrad because they were kind of in the like afterlife or before life, whatever you want to call it, at the same time. So
Yeah.
yeah, maybe like they crossed paths or something, but my
They
aunt
did.
says all the time that he's grandpa reincarnated because for lots of funny things, like he's always farting like really loud and stuff. But also she's like him and grandpa have the same smile. And I'm like, bitch, what are you talking about? But like the more I look at it as he's getting older, he just turned 6 months. I'm like, oh, she's kind of right. And I was thinking today, I kind of want to I have this photo of my grandpa that is my favorite on one of my bookshelves in the living room. And he has this like, it's a candid shot from the early 90s. And he's just got this great classic Ralph smile on. And I want to put it next to a picture of Conrad. Anyways, let's end this on a positive note. Do you guys have any funny stories or a favorite story of your parents that, whether it be with cancer, like them making some kind of like dark humor joke that's fucking hysterical because all you can do is laugh at this point? Like, is there just any story that you want people to know about your mom or dad, or just personally it's your favorite?
So I will say, my dad, the reason we found out he had cancer was a total fluke. He was partying it up at a wedding, at a pool party
Shocking.
in Miami or Florida somewhere, and slipped and fell because he had a couple too many beveraginos, and he thought he bruised his rib, flew home, and then a couple days later, then he went to the doctor, and that's when they found it. He hadn't had any symptoms, so like, God knows if they would have found it, if it would have been way too late to do anything about it.
Yeah.
So I just think it's funny. He's a very party person and social butterfly that him doing his thing, partying at the pool, having drinks, led to like
Yeah.
maybe saving his life. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No,
Right.
one of those crazy ass stories. Tim
Yeah.
loves, what is it, Gatorade and vodka, so he stays hydrated all the
Powerade
time.
Zero. So he hydrates and dehydrates at the same time
We
Smart.
fucking love
at his tiki
people.
bar in his pool in the backyard.
Love it.
Yeah.
Cait, what about you?
I definitely hit my mom with that trend where you, I don't even remember the setup for it, but you make the person go like this. Like I know what it is. Pretend you're shaking a salt shaker into your mouth, and she would. I have it on video. I was like,
I've
"Mom, you
never
fucking
seen this
idiot."
shred.
It's from years ago. Yeah, I hit her with that one. I was like, "Mom, look what you're doing," and she was like, "Ow!"
Like she's like S and a D.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God. There's a lot of funny things. I feel like when
Yeah.
Snapchat came around, I recorded her. So my bedroom was upstairs in my house and I came downstairs and I think she was vacuuming and I just snuck around the corner and I was recording and "Ah," and she, "You fucking asshole." Just stupid, but
Almost made me
fun.
drop salt.
But salt.
Do you guys have any closing statements or things that you want to share, or you want people to know about having a parent with cancer, people that are nervous about, their parents dying someday? Any words of wisdom?
I think
Well,
kind of what we just said. Experience what you can with them while you have them, and that's for anyone in your life, and regardless of their health situation. Don't take the people in your life for granted.
Amen, sister.
Yeah.
also take a lot of pictures. Sometimes I don't know, every family dynamic, every dynamic is different, but sometimes for me I feel a little awkward asking for a picture with someone or a group of people or whatever because it's not necessarily an event or a holiday or a thing that we're getting together for,
Right.
but you just want the picture. So just do it. I'm still trying to teach just ask for the picture. If you want it, ask for it because you will not regret it.
I think
You
video
will
too
regret
is a
not
big
asking.
thing. Yeah, I've been doing a lot more video lately so I can capture
Yes.
who they were, who people
Yeah.
are, like, because I know it's now I'm forgetting what my father-in-law sounded like, and then I'll see a video pop up, and it's like instantly like just hearing that person's voice. It's very hard. Hearing their voice is also kind of comforting. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Whereas
Yeah.
like you only have that even if it's like a 10-second video of them something stupid. Kate, you said you're
they're
playing a
loud.
prank on them. Like we used to when we were growing up. We have so many home videos. Like why did we stop doing that?
Oh
And
my
now
God, I
everything's trying to
know.
be like picture perfect for fucking Instagram or Facebook or whatever the hell.
Literally
Take
that.
an embarrassing photo that makes you look at it and think like that was such a fun time that we were having.
Yeah.
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 Is what it looked like.
Right.
I have this photo of my dad that I found at my grandpa's house in a photo album, and you could tell it's the morning after they had like an annual Halloween party every year, and he's in like it's either that or somebody's wedding, doesn't matter. He's in just a white button-up dress shirt with like dress socks on and his like fucking tidy whities, and he's just puking into the toilet, but he's holding it and like smiling in the bathroom at my grandpa's house, and I'm like, if I were to take that now, I'd be like, "Get out of here, like, you're gonna post it somewhere, blah, blah, blah," which I probably am, but also it's just I don't know, those are the pictures. I'm a picture person. There are
Yes.
photos
Yes.
fucking everywhere at my house, on the fridge, and that's another thing that I feel like got lost in translation over the years is nobody's printing out photos anymore, and
I
it's sad
know.
because I feel like
Yeah.
that's what makes your house warm and cozy, like, I love pictures, like, and I'm always taking them,
Yes.
and I know people get annoyed. I don't fucking care. I also bought like a nice camera when Conrad was born so that I could take pictures and videos and not have my phone in his face all the time. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not doing as well as I was in the beginning because obviously a phone's just more convenient, but I am trying hard. I leave it on the kitchen table and just try to grab that instead because also like better quality photos.
Right. Right.
But the videos look like home videos. They look good.
I love them.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Anyways, I think this was a really good episode. I don't know how you
Thanks
guys
for having me,
feel.
guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're glad we had you on.
Your therapist needs to fill a spot. I got plenty of issues. She can slide me in
Yeah.
it.
No, I do think that you would like it. I was very anti-therapy for years. I tried multiple times and I would just sit there and lie to them when my parents would like make me go to therapy when I was younger. I would just sit there and lie and then obviously nothing ever gets solved. So until
Uh-huh.
you're ready to go yourself, don't push people to go because it's not going to be successful. Nothing's going to happen. Like this is the
Yeah.
first time I actually was like telling her about, traumatic things that happened to me that I've only ever told like my husband or a couple of my friends and stuff like that. And
Mhm.
it definitely was like a lot of your body holds on to trauma and grief. And if you don't like get it out sometimes, like it literally becomes, I was just watching a whole thing on it, like these like connective tissue in your body, and it
Mhm.
causes aches and pains and health issues and stuff. And releasing that, whether it be through massage or whatever
Yeah.
therapy, like you're not gonna ever get better. So when
This
you're
Right.
is very
ready,
thank for me. So thank you guys for
you're
having me.
Honestly, me
welcome.
too.
Come back anytime.
Yeah, I'm so glad that you guys were comfortable talking about this. I think that it'll help a lot of people, all
Yeah.
12 of our listeners that
I
maybe
do
have.
just want to give a shout out though. We have a listener that I was DMing with today. I won't name her because I don't want to like make her uncomfortable, but I was DMing with
Mhm.
her today. I'm gonna share with you, Britt, our something she said about the podcast. Actually, no, fuck, I can't pull it up. I'm on my phone. Never mind. I'll text it to you. But
Okay.
no, it was really sweet. And part of what she said though that I do remember is I'm not a parent, but I had a really good time listening to this. Like this is
Same.
really
That's me.
it's fun to listen to. She said you guys are very natural, just funny, good back and forth, whatever. So thought that was really sweet. So shout out
That
to you,
is
girl.
sweet. It's nice to hear. I know sometimes I'm like, are we wasting our time like doing this? But like we said, like, of course, if we got famous, the money would be fucking great for both of us because we're new
Hell yeah.
parents. But at the same
Hell yeah.
time, it is just therapeutic to fucking gab with you every other week.
Yes,
We talk
for sure.
today, but I talk
Yeah.
to both
But
of you
like
every
to
single day. But
physically talk. Yeah.
yeah, and have like again another thing that doesn't happen anymore. We don't talk to our friends or hang out face to face. When I just went to North Carolina, Caitlin was like, "What do you want to do?" I was like, "I literally just want to sit on the couch and watch TV with you. That's all I want to fucking do, and go eat
Yeah.
shitty food." And that's what we did. When the baby was asleep, we smoked, we drank, or she drank. I don't drink, obviously. We had fucking takeout food. I got Whataburger, which I didn't know was outside of Texas, by the way. So I was so excited. I texted his birth mom, and I was like, it was like my chocolate shake in front of the Whataburger sign. She's like, "Bitch, where are you?" And I was like, "I found one in North Carolina. I'm so excited." But yeah, those are the little things in life. I miss just like driving around with your friends and fucking around, going to
Mhm.
Target or Walmart, hanging out on the
Yes.
couch.
I do
And this
too.
feels like that. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, Katie, you're welcome anytime. If you want to be our producer, feel free. We don't have one and we could use help.
We are hiring.
Yeah.
I
We
can't help with
can't
any
pay you,
producing.
but
I can just help with the mental side of things and being a
yeah.
friend of people who are mothers. So
You could just be like a random, like once a month.
correspondent
Yeah, like a random guest that comes in
Perfect.
every few months just to like,
Correspondent Katie.
yeah,
reporting for duty.
reporting
Perfect.
live. All right. Well, thank you
All right,
guys so
guys.
much. I will get
Thank
this
you.
edited and
Thank you.
posted soon. And thank you again to all of our listeners. Cait, you want to say your outro? Because I forget it every time.
Stay mental, milk drunks.
Bye. We love you guys. Thanks
Bye.
for listening. Please share with your friends
Bye.
because we need more listeners.
Yes. Share with your friends, like, subscribe, blah, blah, blah.
Love you. Bye.
Love you. Mean it.
Live on location in the Hanford parking lot. Where
Is that where you are right now?
sure am.
You left the house
Sure
and
am.
everything?
Yes, they were doing lawn mowing next door.
Oh my God, I'm dead.
I was
You
trying to
could
have
have
the
just
best
come
lawn.
over. Oh my God, so funny.